I was happy just to win a game. I was totally fine getting stomped because this
Yeah,
is my first time ever playing this
same.
game. I think I had 6 hours total into the game playing the first match.
Okay. What did Oz just like call you up and say you want to play or what?
They were like, "Hey, we do this," and I said, "Well, I got time, so let's figure it out." I'm always down to learn a new game.
I can stay up until 3 a.m. one of these nights. No big deal.
Yeah, it's
But okay.
optional.
So, bees get degrees is the higher seed here. I hid the seeds in the King of Losers bracket because it doesn't matter as much. I kind of fiddled with it a little bit so we could get some of the matches that we want to see. But, take it up with my lawyers. You're the higher seed, so you get to ban 2 maps from the map pool. Or pass.
Oh, interesting. What is the one? I think it's Black Forest, which is actually the one that our the good Lord and Savior Nut, I believe, was just playing. I cannot recall any other ones, so I'm just gonna I'll default there.
All right.
All right,
Ban
Black
Black
Forest is
Forest.
banned.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me look at some of these little on here.
Viewers maps on screen here.
I would
Got
like
some-
to play Mountain Range.
Mountain range pick. Okay. We've had one mountain range game played otherwise, and I don't think it's been streamed yet, so going to be interesting. All right, that's the map picked. You go in there. You probably already know how to do this, right? Pick a single map and then select mountain range.
Yep.
And then next up is the civs. Bees gets to ban 3 civs or pass if you would prefer.
Yeah, I am going to be banning. Let me know when you're ready.
Go right ahead.
The Celts,
Fair.
Berbers,
Okay.
Okay.
and Britons.
All right.
Very strong civilizations there. And ShetheDistance. Ban
I
3
would like
civs.
to ban the Chinese, the Goths, and the Mayans.
Mayans, okay.
All right. In the bottom left, in the blue, playing as the Japanese, we have bees get degrees. And in the bottom right, interesting map gen here, in the orange, ShetheDistance playing as the Tartars. The Tartars? I'm going to go with Tartars. Going immediately for the wood there. And then into a house. Okay. This map is mountain range. We have this gigantic mountain range in the middle. Obviously, here, some spooky. Oh my gosh, that's a little bit spicy for Age of Empires, don't you think? A skull on a stick now? Okay, Age. Okay, chill out a little bit here, guys. This is some of the steepest terrain you're going to find in Age of Empires 2. So that terrain attack, height, altitude bonus, however you want to call it, is going to be very important here if any fights happen in the middle. But right now, nobody's looking at fighting anything. We just have a lumber camp coming out for bees. This counts as a tree, right? This is a bush with 101 wood on it. Oh, interesting. 101 wood for the bushes. Is that just a, like, error or something? I don't know. Oh, and now it's down to 100. Okay. Bushes have more wood than trees. You heard it here first. Yeah, we're gonna turn off the production notifications there. Love that capture age chat log. It's really, really nice. Sheep coming in for bees, gonna be taken one at a time. On the other side, a house and a lumber camp here. Kind of a big pro meta strat. And some chopping and some food gathering from our orange player. Kind of appears as though our orange player not going for that fast feudal. Definitely not. We would see basically everyone on sheep at that, if that was the case. Actually, both of these players could be looking for a bit of a longer paced, slower paced game here with the commitment to wood early on. The civs, let's talk about the civs. Japanese are a pretty recognizable civilization here with their very strong, easy to use men-at-arms, spearmen too, like just melee infantry. Ooh, the garrison into boar kill. Okay, how much health does this guy have on him? He already dropped it out. Not bad, not bad. Very clean. The Japanese with their melee infantry attack speed bonus starting in the feudal age, and that's going to be very applicable. Probably going to cause this Bees Get Degrees pro player to lean more heavily into that infantry than otherwise. They also have quite a strong archer line. They're very viable in that aspect as well. So unfortunate idols here. I think, again, ShetheDistance, well, other than there being banned civs that you can't pick, would just pick random every time. She's just kind of going for the variety, keeping things interesting. I respect that. Definitely going to be the slower player in general here, it looks like. Much more optimized build order from Blue right now. I think he's played the Japanese in the past too, so he might be a little bit more familiar with how they work. Just getting one palisade wall down and gonna leave those for later just in case. Maybe he got housed. Both players with the buildings to age up. Blue with a little bit closer on that food requirement. Now he's gonna have to move all villagers over to berries. It's gonna slow it down a little bit though. Would love to see some ibex or a second boar, but okay, come on, work with me. It hasn't scouted that second boar, and it's quite far away. Would be a little bit of a risky pull. Actually, the boars respawn really far away for both players on this map. ShetheDistance obviously choosing to keep things simple and just take a couple of sheep for now. Have some rear houses coming up. I would love to see Orange leaning a little bit more heavily on that idle villager hotkey. Just like set up a macro to press it for you every 5 seconds or something. I don't know. That's probably unfair. It's probably a little bit of an exploit to do that. I don't think macros are a thing that's really looked kindly upon in this community, in Age of Empires 2 community, but something to get those going. We have an orange villager walking all the way to the back of the base. What are you doing back here? Laura, what are you doing back here? Calling her Laura. I don't know why, I just felt right. Just scouting. I think this is just a scout. This might be looking for more sheep. You hate to see that though. And also you have sheep up here that would be a good idea to move in, but you don't need them yet. Blue's still just gonna... Okay, now here come the walls. I think he just decided there were other priorities. That is totally understandable. So maybe we're gonna see a feudal age man-at-arms rush from the Japanese, but I'm expecting both of these players to be comfortable just taking it to late game, to Imperial Age, before we get any kind of engagement. Can bees get degrees? Do it! Tune in now! We're on TVs across the nation yet again, I believe. Welcome, Arduous Vape. Arduous __ with the World Cup chant. Gotta respect it. I don't know what CU means, but I'm sure it's very important to those football fans out there. Okay, ShetheDistance, now moving on all the way to berries. We have a very spicy, very spooky difference in villager distribution here. Okay. Yeah, 10, floating around 10 or 12 on food for bees. Okay, he's now out of berries. Not going to go for these ibex. I guess he doesn't have the wood for a mill down here anyways. And maybe considering taking this boar. Yep, after scouting it, he's going to move in there. Now, I haven't, Biscuit Degrees is about to hit Feudal Age, and I think that might... Well, she's close, but that might spook ShetheDistance a little bit. Often, your enemy player hitting Feudal Age when you're not even thinking about it, as she, I think, just queues up about 6 more villagers, really can be an indicator of the pace of the game. If you're maybe the slower player, but we'll see how it goes. Villager with the garrison against the boar again. Love that. Okay, scouting wise, orange now sees that home base. And blue has not seen the town center for ShetheDistance yet. But, you know, the lumber camp and the house, I think probably are it's pretty clear what we're looking at here as far as where the enemy is. He is kind of looking up here a little bit though. You kind of would expect the enemy to spawn up here if you're down here. Same here, you can tell actually orange running straight across to the opposite corner of the map, kind of expecting the enemy to be just directly opposite. H2 really does seem to lean on some unusual like 1v1 player spawn locations. I don't know if that's like a bug or if it's like a lobby settings thing. If we have team together checked in 1v1 it does that, but I think it creates a little bit more of an interesting scenario where you don't really know where your enemy is. Okay, that boar has been taken. We're going to lose out on some villager time there. Also, this guy is still just sitting in the TC, just healing up one point at a time. I think they heal, right? Is that moving? I'm looking at individual pixels, right? Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's healing in the town center, for what it's worth. Some very forward walls coming up for orange. One thing that she's learned over her career the last few weeks, her storied career, has been to build defenses and build protective structures. It's very effective, especially against, you know, lower level players. But here come the Japanese man-at-arms, and the wall is just kind of, you know, it's just a stick of, you know, it's just there. Gonna get a little bit distracted by a wolf. Take a couple points of health off of that guy. But 4 man-at-arms can do a lot in this situation. Let's see how the Tartar player reacts to this. The wall actually might be huge if it gets up here in time. Okay. Blue can see that it's not finished and it's not blocking anything off yet. Gonna take that villager down. Villager is just pathing. He's trying to build that wall. He's dedicated to the cause. And here comes on the gold mine. Let's see if ShetheDistance can react to this. Going to just attack the man-at-arms with the villagers. That's not going to work out too well for you. And not ringing the town bell either. Okay, really struggling under this early pressure. I mean, you don't really want to ring the town bell, but if you know that you're not supposed to ring the town bell, but you don't really know how to deal with it otherwise, you're like, well, I'm kind of frozen, I'm stuck, I don't know what I'm doing. But, okay, I do like this, you're kind of creating an enclosed envelope here. And actually, okay, getting at least one hit off on all these houses means that the men-at-arms are trapped in this corner for now. So yeah, I think, I mean, like at this level, it's safe to just ring the bell and it's fine. You just gotta do it sometimes. More reinforcements coming in for blue, and this game might be over very quickly. The gold for orange is not in a good spot. Maybe she could sneak up here and take this, but so many villagers going down already in this forward gold. And a tower drop. Okay, 18-minute tower rush here from blue. Love this. Japanese are going to be solid with this play. It's going to be good. Behind this, just keeping on that one base production, getting that scale mail armor, moving in with those upgrades, committing to that man-at-arms. Okay, and that scout would have seen the gold there. And a barracks coming up for orange. Still in the Dark Age, don't forget. Never was able to age up, and now is just probably feeling a little bit unfortunate about life. There's that watchtower. Now, it does deny the gold and any potential farms in the front of the base, so it's a good watchtower. It's about what you're going to want to see. But you can still play around this if you're orange, right? You can just Okay, and now just attacking a random villager with a scout cap. It's just to cause a little bit more of fluster. All right, everybody's gonna move on to this very exposed wood line now. Maybe a lumber camp up here would have worked out well, but I mean, at this point, it's looking pretty unfortunate for orange. Well played for blue with this man-at-arms rush. Villagers moving back from building that tower. Just content to keep one here for kind of a home base, kind of a little bit of a starter trench. And they're bringing a wolf back with them. This dude. Some T90 wolf in the chat. There's some kind of emote with BTTV, I think, enabled on that. Now the town center itself is just going to be under fire. ShetheDistance garrisoning villagers inside. Let's see how effectively Bees Get Degrees can finish this off, because right now he's getting a lot of villager kills, but he's not able to... Okay, and running in under the TC, going to take some hits here. Might be able to get this villager, no. This might be where he begins to struggle with the early raids doing really well, but now what happens, right? You've got your enemy contained. You've gotten a lot of kills, but how do you finish it now? This villager is safe due to the lack of murder holes, but okay, units are moving out now. Okay, I think that tunnel vision on this tower is definitely what Bees wants, but for orange, you really can just ignore it for now and deal with other things, as like most of these lumber camp, most of these choppers are going down. It's kind of a slaughter, kind of a massacre. Very effective early pressure from blue. I don't think ShetheDistance has had to deal with this kind of gameplay before, at least not for a long time. We do have some villagers sitting idle back at home for blue just because he's working on finishing off the enemy. But at this point, it's just down to the morale of ShetheDistance and how long she wants to hold on. Because blue can't really approach this TC right now. He's going to have to get Castle Age, which he has the eco to do. He has the resources. Just has to click it in the TC. He's going to have to get Siege out at the moment. You can't just hit down this with, what do you got? 7 Spearmen, 5 Man-at-Arms. So the game's going to be delayed at least up until the Siege comes out for blue, I think. Or, you know, or the GG gets called. Yeah, very effective. Just locked her down in Feudal Age, or in the Dark Age. And here's Castle for Bees. He knows what he needs to get the job done. Perfect timing on that. And it's kind of a bit unfortunate that this map is actually pretty open. A bit unfortunate for the defending player. Very, very fortunate for the Japanese Man-at-Arms rush player, of course. This tower taking some hits from these villagers. Oh, these guys got like some little like. Okay, what are you chopping with those? It's gonna catch fire. The villager's gonna go down. ShetheDistance on 5 food with no real way to gather more. Maybe if you move this sheep in to the TC. But
I do like the attack sheep, though. The attack sheep's good.
Welcome, Oz. Yeah, this guy. Get him, boy. This just really wants that tower down. You're in my land. Do we have siege workshops for blue yet? Okay. He's not hitting Castle Age just yet. Not much wood. Okay. ShetheDistance with the wood. Too bad it's not food. What does she see right now? Very little. That tower might go down, but it's going to be at the cost of like 20 vills.
I think it's
Imperial
going to
Ages
cost
hit.
the rest of them. And
there's 2 left in the TC. Here are the last 2 villagers.
Yep.
I'm wondering if that Castle Age is going to be enough to. No, she's still sticking it out. But now with only 1 villager garrison, all of them getting thrown away into the tower, you might actually be able to just knock this TC down with your units. But with 1 villager remaining, 6 militia for ShetheDistance, never hitting feudal age. That's only the second game where a victory has been had when one player did not even reach feudal age. Well played from Bees in the first game here.
Yeah, well played. I just couldn't get off the ground in that one.
Yeah, just a optimized fast rush strategy there.
Hmm.
All right, so game 2. You guys ready to play game 2?
You got it.
I'm ready.